Broaden your mind. You must look beyond. The art of crystal gazing is in the clearing of the inner eye. But I also see that you are not taking me seriously. It's the hat, isn't it? Or the fact that J.K. Rowling is a TERF, but I can only change something about my hat. So let's do that. I have a Halloween party coming up, and my witch's hat is looking really sad. Like, yeah, I need a new one. So we're going to make one out of felt. We're going to felt with some spotted sheep's fleece. Returning viewers know that I am a complete felting noob. I only tried making one rug. Just a disclaimer, this might be a horror movie for experienced felters, but that's all in the spirit of Halloween, so let's go! Okay, so first off we need to know how big my head is. I don't think I'll be wearing braids. Gonna take them down for a second. Ah, come on. There you go. Got a piece of string. Gonna make it a little bit bigger than my hat because felt will shrink and I need to be able to put it on my head. So I think this should be fine. There we go. Size of my head, I got a big head, look at it. Now put my braids back up because they might get in the way otherwise. So right now, just a tutorial of how I do my hair. It is just 2 braids pinned on top of my head. It's just as simple as that. There you go. Some EVA foam. Yes, 2 rolls, I only need 1. So let's see, this was the circumference of my head. I only need to see it's a black marker, but I can still see it. I mean, this was half the circumference of my head because I only need half of it. We want a little bit of a brim, so we're going to go just up until the outer part here. You should have measured it, but you know what? Nope. There we go, that's a brim. Now we're just going to go beep. Maybe not so acute. That's a witch's hat, isn't it? Yes, I should have just started at the bottom of this. I know. But don't at me in the comments. Yeah. Guys, I don't think you've ever seen me this prepared for a project. I got bubble wrap, I even got tulle. I'm quite anxious to do this because I really wanted to succeed. So I'm trying not to be as chaotic as I usually am. But we'll see. I've got some carded, spotted sheep, and we'll just try and felt this shit. Right now we're just trying to make everything stick lightly together so we can turn it around and do the other side. It's gotten a bit wonky, but that's okay, I think. It'll probably all smooth down in the process. And you know, my original hat is the wonkiest of wonky, so it'll be an improvement nonetheless. Now, let's get to actually really abusing this thing. My table isn't holding up, apparently. Okay, that was too much abuse. If the table doesn't want to hold out, we're just going to go floor troll modus. So I have been going at it for over an hour, and if I lift up the fibers, it all comes off in one piece, so I think this has thoroughly felted. So my hat, it is nearly dry, and while it does fit me, the brim is a little bit, you know, floppy. So we're going to add some reinforcements to the brim and make it an actual witch's hat. Because for now I look a bit like, I don't know, Baldric? Feel the sudden need to go and fetch me a turnip. Using my knowledge as a spinner to make a sturdier wire. Actually, we're just making a 3-ply wire. There we go. A 3-ply wire. And now it's just, I'm just going to overturn the edge, stitch along there, and then we should have a standing brim. Or at least, I hope we should have a standing brim. Let's check it out. Ha! Success! I even surprised myself. Now let's take care of these holes. This is some black ouessant yarn that I spun up, and I'm just going to treat this as if it were a rip in a pants or a blouse, and I'm gonna do some visible mending. It is very much in character for me to be a witch that has a patched up hat, wouldn't it? Just making it a feature, not a mistake. There are no mistakes, Bob Ross would say, only happy accidents. Wrap up time. Is a witch's hat? Yeah, it is. It's not a perfect witch's hat, that's not what I'm saying, but it is a lot less sad than that polyester thing I was wearing at the beginning of this video. Of course, there are a lot of points I can improve on. It is, in a lot of places, very thin. This could be because I may have stretched out the fibers too much when layering, or maybe the layers just weren't thick enough, or maybe I was just too aggressive and have shifted all the fibers, and because my resist was also black, I just did not see it. All possibilities of mistakes I made, and maybe I made all of them. But the fact that I made those mistakes and that the felt is really thin also gave me the opportunity to do the patching, the visible mending, and actually that is one of my favorite parts of this witch's hat, because now it is not just a generic witch's hat, it is a witch's hat that tells a story about the witch, which is me. I make a lot of mistakes and then I have to patch them. Also, I do mend my clothes when they get holes in them, so it makes sense for me to have a mended witch's hat. Even though there is a lot of room for improvement, I am quite happy with how this one came out. So if you enjoy these kind of fiber shenanigans, then maybe you could like, comment or subscribe. That's all up to you. And as for me, I will see you in a next video. Bye!
Innocent blood shall be spilled, and servant and master shall be reunited once more!